next article. The complex potential for two-dimensional irrotational incompressible flow. Let W is equal to f of x be the function of complex variable where z is equal to x plus iy and this W is equal to phi of xy plus I psi of xy, where x, y, phi and psi all are in R. This R is the real set of real functions. All these functions are in R, and I is equal to root minus 1. Here phi is called the real part and psi is called the imaginary part. This phi is called real part and this psi is called imaginary part of this W. Here not x, here is z. Sorry. W is equal to f of z and then z is equal to x plus iy. Then this is the real part and this is the imaginary part. And in this W, this part is real part and this is the imaginary part. We suppose that phi and psi and their first derivatives are continuous everywhere within the given result, and if the derivative dw by dz is equal to f dash z is unique, then this W is called analytic. Or regular at that point, and therefore dw by dz is equal to f dash z, which is equal to limit of a function delta phi plus I delta psi divided by delta x plus I delta y as delta x tends to 0 and delta y tends to 0. And where this delta phi is, phi x plus delta x comma y plus delta y minus phi of xy, and delta psi is equal to psi of x plus delta x comma y plus delta y minus psi of xy. If y is constant, then delta y tends to 0, and therefore dw by dz is equal to limit of this function as delta x tends to 0. We have limit as delta x tends to 0 delta phi upon delta x plus I limit as delta x tends to 0 of this function delta phi by delta x. Then we get this will be dou phi by dou x plus I dou psi by dou x. Suppose this is number 1, dw by dz is equal to this. Suppose this is number 1. We take x as a constant so that delta x tends to 0, then dw by dz is equal to limit delta y tends to 0, delta phi plus I delta psi by I delta y. So we take here 1 upon I as it is, limit delta y tends to 0, delta phi by delta y plus limit delta y tends to 0, delta psi by delta y. So what we get? What we get? Not this. So bracket is up to here only. I will be cancelled. So limit delta y tends to 0, delta psi by delta y. Yes. So this can be written as minus I dou phi by dou y, and minus I dou phi by dou y, and from this dou psi by dou y. Suppose this is secant, and from first and secant, what we get? What is first? What is first? First is dou w by dou z is equal to dou phi by dou x plus I dou psi by dou x. From this first and from this second, what we get? We get dou phi by dou x is equal to dou psi by dou y. Real part is equal to real part, and imaginary part is equal to imaginary part. So dou phi by dou y is equal to minus dou psi by dou x. Suppose this is third. These equations dou phi by dou x is equal to dou psi by dou y and dou phi by dou y is equal to minus dou psi by dou x are known as Cauchy-Riemann equations. And thus Cauchy-Riemann equations are satisfied so that W is an analytic function of Z. If we assign velocity, potential phi and psi is a stream function for two-dimensional irrotational incompressible fluid motion, then this W is equal to phi plus I psi is called complex velocity potential of the fluid motion, and thus the real part of W always represent the velocity potential, and imaginary part of W always represent the stream function. Now let W is equal to f of z be the complex potential, then W is equal to phi of xy, then W is equal to phi of xy plus I psi of xy. Suppose this is 4, and z is equal to x plus iy. The real part of W is phi of xy, and imaginary part is psi of xy. These are called the complex velocity potentials. These are called the complex velocity potentials. So, and as stream functions respectively. So the equation 4 differentiate equation 4, that equation 4 is W is equal to phi of xy plus I psi of xy. Suppose this is equation 4. This equation 4 differentiate with respect to x, then what we get? We get dou w by dou z into dou z by dou x is equal to dou phi by dou x plus I dou psi by dou x, and dou z by dou x is equal to 1. So what we get? We get here dou z by dou x is 1, so here is 1, so here is only dou w by dw by dz, dou phi by dou x as it is minus I dou phi by dou I. We know that minus dou phi by dou I is dou psi by dou x. So in place of dou psi by dou x, we have minus dou phi by dou I. And therefore, this dw by dz is equal to minus u plus I, minus u plus I. Suppose this is number 6, which is called the complex velocity, and let q be the magnitude of the velocity at any point, then q is equal to mod dw by dz, which is equal to dou phi by dou x whole square plus dou phi by dou y whole square in under root. Therefore, what we get? You get, we know u is dou phi by dou x and v is dou phi by dou y. So u square plus v square. And this can be written as u square plus v square to the power half is called speed of the fluid at a given point. And the point where the complex velocity is 0 are called the stagnation point. And therefore, this dw by dz is equal to 0. Now we'll see the next example. Next example is discuss the flow for which w is equal to z square. Discuss the flow for which w is equal to z square. We have given w is equal to z square. So we know that w is phi plus I psi, phi plus I psi, and z is x plus iy whole square. So what do we get? What is the expansion of this? Expansion of this is phi plus I psi is equal to x square minus y square plus 2i xy. 2i xy. Equating the real and imaginary parts, what do we get? We get this. So phi is equal to x square minus y square and psi is equal to 2xy. This equipotential is a hyperbola. X square minus y square is a constant having the asymptotes y is equal to plus or minus x, and the streamlines are rectangular hyperbola. Streamlines are rectangular hyperbola. So xy is equal to constant having asymptotes x is equal to 0 and y is equal to also 0. Now to show the flow is two-dimensional, irrotational, incompressible and inviscous. So for this we have phi is equal to x square minus y square, suppose this is number 1, and psi is equal to 2xy, suppose this is second number. Now equation first and second satisfy the Cauchy-Riemann equations as dou phi by dou x is equal to 2x and dou psi by dou y is equal to 2x. So what we get? We get dou phi by dou x is equal to dou psi by dou y. So what is dou phi by dou y? Dou phi by dou y is equal to minus 2i and dou psi by dou x is equal to minus plus 2i, and therefore what we get? We get from these two, we get dou phi by dou y is equal to minus dou psi by dou x. So this satisfies the Cauchy-Riemann equations. First and second satisfies the Cauchy-Riemann equations. Now you will see the phi and psi satisfies the Laplace equation. Phi and psi satisfies the Laplace equation as 2 to phi by dou x square is equal to 2, dou to phi by dou y square is equal to minus 2. So if we add this will be get 0, and therefore del square phi is equal to 0. Dou to psi by dou x square is equal to 0. Again differentiate this with respect to x and again differentiate this with respect to y. We get both are 0. So again del square psi is equal to 0. So phi and psi cut orthogonally. So dy by dx is equal to, we have dy by dx is equal to minus dou phi by dou x upon dou phi by dou y. So minus dou phi by dou x is minus 2x and dou phi by dou y is minus 2y. So we get this x upon y, which is equal to say m1, and dy by dx is equal to, also we know, minus dou psi by dou x upon dou psi by dou y. So again this is equal to minus y by x say this is m2. Therefore m1 m2 is equal to x by y into minus y by x is equal to minus 1. So phi and psi are orthogonally cut as orthogonal. So dw by dz is equal to 2z. W is equal to z square. So dw by dz is 2z. dw by dz is 2z. That is 2z, and which is equal to 0. And therefore this z is equal to 0. Therefore this z is equal to 0. So only one stagnation point, and hence the motion is irrotational. In this figure we have given some these are the equipotentials and these are the streamlines. These lines are the streamlines. These lines are the streamlines, and these are the equipotentials. These are the equipotentials. These are the equipotentials. On this x-axis and here is y-axis, at point x is equal to 0 and at point here y is equal to 0, and this is the point O. So here is y is equal to minus x and here x is equal to 0. So this problem is finished now. Now let's see the next article, that is complex velocity potentials for standard two-dimensional flows. So uniform stream. We first consider uniform velocity minus ui, and this gives rise velocity potential phi is equal to ux. Phi is equal to ux. Since x is equal to real part of z, complex velocity potential for two-dimensional flow is w is equal to uz, and therefore this can be written as this w is equal to u as it is. Z is, we know that z is x plus iy. Therefore the stream function psi is imaginary part of w, and that imaginary part of w is ui. And therefore the line y is constant. Line y is constants are the streamlines. Now suppose that uniform stream in incident to the positive x-axis, here positive x-axis, this alpha makes here angle, this x-axis makes an angle alpha, so that velocity component q can be expressed as q is equal to minus u alpha minus u sin alpha. If the flow is irrotational, then q is equal to minus del phi. So left hand side are the same of these both the equations, so right hand side is also same, are also equal. So this can be written in this way. Now equating the corresponding components I and j, we get this dou phi by dou x is equal to u cos alpha, and this dou phi by dou y, we get u sin alpha. Now d phi is equal to dou phi by dou x dx plus dou phi by dou y dy. So we have dou phi by dou x is u cos alpha. So here you can write u cos alpha dx as it is, and dou phi by dou y is u sin alpha. So in place of dou phi by dou y, we have u sin alpha into dy as it is. Now integrate this, then what we get? We get phi is equal to u cos alpha plus u sin alpha into y. Phi is equal to u cos alpha x plus u sin alpha y. Suppose this is number 1. Here we have taken integration constant is 0. Also d psi is equal to dou psi by dou x dx plus dou psi by dou y into dy. This can be written as minus dou phi by dou y dx, dou phi by dou x dy by the Cauchy-Riemann equation. So we have d psi is equal to minus u sin alpha dx plus u cos alpha dy. Integrate this, we get psi is equal to minus u sin alpha x plus u cos alpha y. Here we have taken the integration constant is equal to 0, and therefore w is equal to phi plus I psi is equal to u cos alpha x plus u sin alpha y. This can be written as this phi is u cos alpha x plus u sin alpha y minus I in bracket u sin alpha x minus u cos alpha y. So this is equal to u cos alpha x plus u sin alpha y minus I u sin alpha x minus plus I u cos alpha y. So this can be written as, we know that by using the formula we get u cos alpha x plus iy plus u sin alpha y minus ix. Therefore u cos alpha x plus iy plus u sin alpha, we take here minus I common in x into x plus iy. So u cos alpha x plus u cos alpha in bracket x plus iy. So we take here minus I from this, and this is same here, and this is also as it is. By using sin I alpha is equal to minus I sin alpha. So this is equal to u cos alpha minus I sin alpha into x plus iy. So what is this? This is equal to, therefore this w is equal to u e to the power minus I alpha z, or this can be written as uz upon e to the power I alpha. So here is this proof. Now we'll see the another article. That article is line source and line sync. Let A be the any point. Suppose this point A is here. A be any point in the considered plane of flow, and C is any closed curve. This is a closed curve. C is any closed curve surrounding it. Let parallel infinite lines be drawn through this A. Parallel infinite lines are drawn from this. And through point C of C. So all are perpendicular to the plane of flow. Suppose that fluid is emitted symmetrically from all points of the infinite line through this A. The rate of emission from all such points A on the line being the same everywhere and parallel to the plane of flow, then the line through A is called line source. Line through these A, all these lines are through A, so this A is called as a line source. If fluid drains away through such a line and under the same conditions of symmetry, then the line is called line sink. Now see the next article. That article is a complex potential due to source. Complex potential due to source. So find the complex potential for two-dimensional of strength M placed at the origin. So this is the figure. Consider the source of strength M. Consider the source of strength M at this origin O. The velocity at P. Velocity at this point P due to source is purely radials. Volume of flux across a circle of radius r. Surrounding the source at this O. Surrounding the source at this O is 2 pi r QR, and we know 2 pi r QR is 2 pi m, and therefore what is QR? Therefore QR is equal to this 2 pi will be cancelled, and QR is equal to m upon r, and therefore here this QR is a velocity, and therefore u is equal to QR cos theta and v is equal to QR sin theta. So u is equal to, we know that QR is m upon r cos theta as it is here. Similarly here also, and we know that QR is equal to minus dou phi by dou theta r, and q theta is equal to 1 upon r dou phi by dou theta. So we have QR is equal to minus dou phi by dou r is m upon r, and dou phi by dou r is minus m upon r. Therefore dou phi by dou r is minus m upon r. So what do we get? This can be written as, if we integrate this with respect to r, then we get phi is equal to minus m log r, and also we have by Cauchy-Riemann equations dou phi by dou r is equal to 1 upon r dou psi by dou theta. Therefore this dou psi by dou theta is equal to r dou phi by dou r, and we know dou phi by dou r is minus m upon r. So this r will be cancelled and we have only minus m, and therefore this psi is equal to minus m theta, because dou psi by dou s is minus m. Dou psi by dou theta is equal to minus m, and therefore we integrate this with respect to theta. We have psi is equal to minus m theta here. So now let the complex potential W due to a source of strength at origin is given by W is equal to phi plus I psi. Differentiate this with respect to x. So dou W dW by dz is equal to dW by dz into dz by dx is equal to dou phi by dou x plus I dou psi by dou x. Where this dou z by dou x is 1. So we get this is 1. So dW by dz is equal to this. So this is u and this is v. So dW by dz is equal to what you get? Minus u plus iv. Dou phi by dou x is minus u and v is dou psi by dou x. So what we get? What is u? U is m upon r cos theta. So this is m upon r cos theta minus m upon r cos theta plus I, v is m upon r sin theta. So m upon r is common, minus sign here, minus m upon r is common. Then what we get? We get cos theta minus I sin theta. And therefore what we get? This can be written as minus m upon r e to the power minus I theta. This can be written as minus m upon r e to the power minus I theta. So this can be written as this is equal to m upon e to the power I theta. In the numerator e to the power minus I theta, in the denominator that will be e to the power I theta. So r as it is e to the power I theta we get. But what is this r e to the power I theta? R e to the power I theta is z. So what we get? We get this is equal to m upon z minus m upon z. Here is minus, so minus m upon z, and therefore what we get? We get dW by dz is equal to minus m upon z. Now integrate this. What we get? If we integrate this with respect to z, we get W is equal to minus m into log z, and which is the complex potential of source of strength m at origin. Now this problem is finished now, but I have some remarks. That remarks are: if the source positive m is at point z is equal to z1 in place of z is equal to 0, then by shifting the origin we have W is equal to minus m log of Z minus Z1. Now second point, the complex potential of the source of strength M1, M2, so and so at a given point Z is equal to Z1, Z2, so and so are given by W is equal to minus M log Z minus Z1 minus M2 log Z minus Z2. That is this way, W is equal to minus M1 log Z minus Z1 minus M2 log Z minus Z2, so and so. Similarly, the complex potential of the sink of strength M at point Z is equal to Z1, we have W is equal to M log Z minus Z1. Number 4.4th remark is this: the complex potential of the sink of strengths M1, M2, M1, M2 and so at a given points Z is equal to Z1, Z2 and so is given by this W is equal to M1 log Z minus Z1 plus M2 log Z minus Z2. So today we will stop here. Tomorrow we will see the next point.